Hey everyone. So this is being done mostly by request, but I figured I'd pull it out anyway because it's an interesting thing that I did a couple of years ago, and there's no harm in revisiting things. So this was the 200 channel Cobra 29, and trust me, I think that this is about as impractical as it gets. My take on it is, if you're gonna spend a whole lot of time like I did to try to reproduce this, by the time you spent all the time and money you got it, you're better off buying like an Anytone. That's my take. A Ronald might be a good little AM radio as well. I've heard good things about those Ronalds, but I still think this is impractical. I did it just to see if I could do it, and well, here we are. It does what it does. So I've got one of these dozy box things that their primary use is just to see if there's something coming out of the radio, because yeah, you don't want to actually rely on the measurement. So yeah, there's something coming out, and that's about what it's used for. So channel 20, I don't think it was too badly off frequency or anything. No, a couple of hertz, nothing to get worried about. So that's channel 20. Now let's go to the top, which I think was not much past 28 megahertz. So that should be 28 megahertz, and yeah, still has power, and 28005. So that's the top. Now the bottom. Now I know if you go much higher, it'll like unlock. So you probably see it jumping around on the needle here. It's yeah, it's not having fun. So that's the lowest, and of course it has more power on the bottom than on the top. And the bottom is 26065. So it can go pretty far, and it can transmit. My notes on this said that receive was sloped off very rapidly after approximately 40 channels up or 40 channels down. So that would be like 2780, and somewhere down to around 26.5. That it would you know, fall off. So that makes sense. I never investigated if there's really anything that can be done to widen the receiver. The transmitter I must have done something. I'd have to look at the drawings that I made and some of the notes that I took. But it's quite a few parts that have to be changed in the synthesizer. We're essentially building a new synthesizer in here. So there's an adapter in here. A lot of components are being changed. I see there's bodge wires and other things. So I'd have to look at the drawings really to know exactly what I did a couple of years ago to get this to work. But I've got some, change this to this, remove this, discard it, put this here. It's a pretty big change to do this. And again, it's not a very practical thing to do, because you can just get one of these and have it out of the box. So that's pretty much it. That's what I was able to get a Cobra 29 to do. I might throw it on throw a signal into it later and just see how far down the receiver will go. But my note said greater than -110, 40 up, 40 down. You know, below and above channel 1 and 40. So that seems reasonable, and that's probably right. I would imagine that it wouldn't do much better than that. So anyway, I hope that you guys that were interested in this, I hope that answers all your questions. So cheers for now. Catch you next time.